9 will go about there. Oh, come on, get sucked in there. Get sucked in there. Give me a hole in one. Oh, look at that. Okay. One down, one to go. Got him! Yes! On the edge of defeat, just yanked victory right out of there. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, I'm yeah, that's gonna that guy's gonna kill me. Everybody else see that floating body there? Something's definitely wrong. I hope she's not planning to do anything weird since they lost. I should make I should go make sure she's okay. Glockenspiel. It's just
I just got 4 balls.
That's all I need, actually.
How do you walk?
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
Sing it. I did that as a wild shot, not expecting it to go anywhere. That was not supposed to happen. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. I hope everybody has had themselves a wonderful, wonderful, and fantastic week, and that it's been filled with only good things and happy things and wondrous things. I know that's not always true, not always possible, probably not very likely at all, but I can wish for it to happen for you anyway. And if the last week hasn't been, then hopefully the next week will be. And many multiple weeks after that. Or if you're watching this, watching this later on YouTube, then maybe it's middle of the week for you. Or even if you're watching this on a Friday and it's, your week includes working on the weekends, it's still the middle of the week for you. So I hope that I just hope that everybody's having a good day. There's far too many people out there not having good days at the hands of somebody else's ire and issues. Somebody else is forcing bad days on other people, and that's just not right. So I hope as many people as possible that can hear me are having good days. With all that being said, if you like today's video, if you like watching Final Fantasy XIV live, then be sure and let me know that, let YouTube know that by hitting the like button down below, giving the big old thumbs up. And if you want to see more of what I have to say, then hit the subscribe button and ring ding clang that bell so you get notified when I go live, when other videos go up. I am doing Trials of Mana for a couple more weeks on Mondays and Tuesdays. Those are older videos that are going up. I am doing most Tuesdays. I'm doing Subnautica Below Zero. I'm doing hardcore mode of that. There will not be a stream this upcoming Tuesday because I have a work thing I have to go to. Then Fridays like today, I'm doing Final Fantasy XIV right here live on YouTube. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm doing stuff live over on Twitch, doing some modded Minecraft on Saturdays, and World of Final Fantasy on Sundays. That's almost every single Saturday and Sunday. There are exceptions, like here in a couple of weeks. I will be attending Planet Comic-Con here in Kansas City, so it will be hard to stream live while at Planet Comic-Con. because Wi-Fi's, extra. I mean, I'm going to be attending, so I don't have a booth set up to have a fixed point to have Wi-Fi. But a few thousand people all on one or two cell towers tends to bog down the signal just a little bit. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get over into the game. Get some sound switches over here. Last time we did this, where we left off, that's the scene? Yes, that's the scene. Where we left off, we were doing main story quest. We had just finished our trip to the moon. We were coming to report and touch base with the other Scions, and have a little powwow in the main hall. And you notice I have new costume. Doing some off-stream stuff with my Chocobo companion. Got me new gear. This is cosmetic anyway. Got me some new cosmetics. There you are. The lower part of the beak still moves as I nod up and down. So if I nod enough, it looks like I'm talking. Worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Rods at Han. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Final days. It's kind of hard to see the concern on my face when you can only see that much of my face. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Rods at Han are busy fighting for their lives. So we must go at once. They need our help. You said it. Agreed. Kral, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Tataru, your information network will be great for this. Be safe out there, yes? Let us first make for Yeldamad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Okay, just gotta clear a Discord ping here real quick. Okay. Journey to Favnir. I'm pretty sure I tuned to that Aetheryte so I can just teleport there. Did I not? Come on, give me that. Thank you. And if there's any point where I'm waiting on a dungeon today, I have a plan. There's a quest that will allow me to cosmetic my carbuncle. So I'll go do that quest if I have to wait on a dungeon party. Throw in a couple unneeded tabs while things are waiting.
And lo, vile beasts did rise.
Yeah, that does look like a burning sky. That does not look like a healthy, friendly area. Ugh, excuse me.
leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash.
That's a big belly on that dude.
The sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens.
They look friendly, don't they?
3 dooms to unmake all we were.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
That's why we're here.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzat themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
Ooh, okay. So, they've been metamorphized.
Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The large one's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
So really big news north of here. We gotta go after him.
Vitra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude.
Thank you would be enough.
Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlinod. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Right, Alice, let's go kick some ass. We're here to kick bubblegum and chew some ass and roll out of ass. Wait a minute, that's not right. Everyone has assembled. Yes, I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you'll find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Vertra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. Oops. No, wrong button. I ask that you join them and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Vanaspati now accessible. Okay. Average wait time 13 minutes. We're all set. So whilst we wait, let's go see what we can do about coloring our chocobo. Or not chocobo, carbuncle. Let's see. Cosmetic carbuncle. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay. .7, 11.4. So why? Eggy by any other, there it is. They're 2.5 minutes into the 13-minute wait. Average 13-minute wait. Ooh. Ooh. They still need to accept it, but there's an achievement for resurrecting 20 people not in your party or alliance. That's hard to find people that need that. So here's Spearman if you're willing to pre-joining the practice area. Reveal the details there. Gotta get downstairs. Where do I get downstairs? This is how I go down the stairs to get downstairs. Man, 13 minutes and we're less than 5. And it starts. Just letting them know it's my first time here. Vanaspati. And if you are watching this on VOD later, the video later, I will have it broken down into chapters with the various, waiting time and start of each dungeon, run of each dungeon, as a separate chapter. Nice outfit on that bunny girl. Pedcuff. Kevin? I'm a squishy summoner. I'm not going anywhere without the tank.
My friends, heed me. These are children of Stavner. Forgive me. I could do them good. I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
It's gonna hurt. Oh. Well, one thing about being a short character, you don't always see the high-flying targets. I tend to miss them sometimes. Okay, we just watched him transform. That's usually not a good thing. Mommy! See, I don't know where a safe place to stand is. Okay, I survived.
What is his vile presence I sense?
It's always a good thing when you survive your first boss fight in the first run of a dungeon.
Be on your guard.
Save Bahamut for a bigger fight. Whole forest. I'm kind of glad I didn't get to see this forest area before. So I'd probably be really pissed at how much it's burned and being trashed. Tank this guy. Okay. I'm not fighting here, okay. Fighting here. Dropping all my AoE fire Phoenix attacks here. And boss. Charge that. That's a freaky looking thing here. Slipstream on it early. And it moves. Oh, I got bubbled. Okay. I wanted to be there. You want to be bubbled, okay. When he goes for the field-wide AoE, that's when you want to be in the bubble. I managed to avoid the bubbles that time. Ha ha ha, I got you figured out now. Got him, and I got a level out of it. Nice. Over the dots. Leveled up, beat the boss, still haven't died. I'm not going to say I'm not going to, but I haven't yet. So, it's fine to say I'm not going to, that I'm going to. That's a big statue of a headless person with two pots on their shoulders. Let's walk across this shattered, broken pillar that just happened to fall right there onto this very wobbly stone bridge. It's held together only by the collapsed pillars. Yeah, I've got one targeted. Wanted to do that one. I kind of like that, using it one of the converted spells and then that rock slam. Okay, so those weren't pots on the headless statue shoulders. Those were heads on the headless statue's shoulders. Here, let's give us a hand across that gap there, why don't you? Now, depending on what loot we get from the final chest here, I may queue up for this dungeon again. Because there's an upgraded weapon for me here. But I don't know where I need to go, what I need to do. Okay, that is not where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. I got it. I think I got it now. So I got that sequence down. Spell, clap. Spell, clap. Spell, clap. Got him. Hoy! That was a big dude! That's now a very big dead dude with a whole lot of mouths on him. Like a pelta has been added to the loot list. Equestrian roll. Aye. So, Gladiator's Arm, Gladiator's Shield. Did not get anything at all. Well, darn. I'm gonna have to run that one again to try to get a new weapon. We'll make some more progress through the story quest. I don't want to be interrupting more cutscenes with dungeon pops. Gee, do you think he's ruined? Ruined?
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Yep.
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw
She sees
nothing.
Aether.
Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until
That's not
from
good.
their corporeal forms to their very souls,
Not remains.
naught remains.
Nothing
The
left.
beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
But it seems like
Not by
it's
any means known to me.
their hopelessness, their
Or by
despair
any means at all, like as not.
is when they
There is not
transformed.
left to save.
So if we can keep that from happening,
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
the costume seems a bit too joyful for this occasion.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate.
Sorry, I just had interesting parallels between that line and certain national events that have happened.
Spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe. You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your
the
true
hope,
self to our people,
the
Vitra,
joy,
and
the
guide us to salvation.
respect Irtra can show to his people
Thou dost forget thyself.
could very easily keep them from transforming in the
Were we
first
to
place.
reveal our duplicity, it will do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Radzatan will not survive.
Gotcha.
Take me with you.
Estinian!
I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
An extra blade couldn't hurt.
Words unclear. I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you love.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Yeah, piss off the dragon. That's a good idea.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
Oh, we're heroes. Impose on us all you want.
It's the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without
Stretch.
words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
Ahawan. Radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own people. There's no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. I'm just gonna go ahead and go monies. Money. Yeah, make use of this feature of trust, yada yada yada. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my own troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain exactly what triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups so we may cover more ground. Alice and I will see to Pasca's path, Thancred and Y'shtola pray make for Dharma. I leave Artha to Graha and you, Tesselhoff. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduta that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Okay. Shall we be off then? Artha is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. It seems to be as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. I was going to go ahead and teleport out, but I can't do that with Grahatia at my side. So where are we going here? Come on, Grahatia, I got little legs. You should be able to keep up, no problem. Can't call out my mount. I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly, I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Balshahan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe I know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. I'm gonna go finish this other quest. Oh, we're on this side, so let's go up this side. Textile stalls. So this is Thavnarian weave, I must say. It bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days, I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it, the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe. And one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again, if only once. More pressing concerns these days. We have not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. So we'll come down the west arm of the bazaar. Something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated, but we are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through the entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And it was gone as quickly as it came. Sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Ooh, excuse me. Whew. Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. It is not too painful to remember. Could you tell us what you saw? First I heard the screams. Then a horde of ravening beasts came charging toward us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Marid, throwing people around like ragdolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones. Rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Oh. We're going to go back up this way. A ring of casting. So 530 and 510, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put that in the armory chest. And I only go through these steps with rings, so I can be sure that they go on the correct hand. So if I just go equip, it doesn't ask you which hand you want to equip it on. So I want to make sure I'm equipping it on the correct hand. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, people in Netzmehan can surely tell us more. Don't want to accompany Garaha anymore. I got another quest to go finish. I teleport back and forth. I don't want to lose him. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. Started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands. Black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart. There stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and then black mist comes again, till the change takes them too. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Millie, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. You mean her? Just anyway, take a seat wherever you like. We're open for business as per usual. I gotta talk to this other person before you let me talk to her, huh? Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. What'd you see? You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Miraid poured me a drink. Suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Miraid, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Oh, hello there. Oh, excuse me. Hello there. Welcome to Miraid's Mayon. What can we get you? Information, lady. Just the facts, ma'am. We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Milil, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in exports of Thavnarian specialties. Through him we met Matsya. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnir? If I recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation in Yedlamad, and it was there that you made Matsya's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. Rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it was clear he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. That's why you diversify. You don't go just luxuries, you transfer as much other stuff as possible. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet, as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would just ask one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. Oh sure, give him the directions, not me. I'm the hero in all this. I cannot promise you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. I don't have anything against Grahatia, but I can't teleport to Limsa Laminsa to finish this other quest if I've got him tagging around with me this whole time. So yeah, she gave you the map too. Chester steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Yeah, everything's good enough condition. Just peeking to see if anything needed to be repaired, but since I didn't die... I did die once on one of those, didn't I? Since I didn't die a bunch. Aye. From here we ascend the stairs. A lot of stairs. Ah, this is Spiage. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so yawny today. But take the path southeast. Or that glowing circle over there on the ground. Okay, keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Rods at Han at our leisure once this crisis has passed. I don't know that I've tuned that Aetherite shard. Words are hard. This is Bikama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Okay. I have attuned to this one then. Just checking. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. Being a merchant came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then, at night, I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest, like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bazaar goings-on. Rest assured the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. That's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepared to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. Haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinabaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinabaha at Ruveda Fibers. This sounds promising. I can't use the Aethernet to get any closer, because then I would take Graha with me, and I would need to go all the way back here to get him again. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. What about Greg? It is quite the sight to the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? So I'm going to get to that point. I'm not going to talk with the person. I need to get up and move around, stretch my legs a bit. I encourage you to do the same. I'm going to grab some water. So, I'm going to leave this up in the background. So I'm just going to leave things as they are. I will be right back. You should get up, stretch your legs, move your muscles, pop your joints. Rehydrate, dehydrate as necessary. Oh, see you in a minute. Okay. Had to get up. My legs were getting a little stiff being in the same position there, so I had to get up, move around a bit. Get my invisible water bottle here. Okay. So, let's see what Grahati has to say here. Reveda fibers. They're farming silkworms. This must be Reveda fibers, where we should find Jinabaha. This is fun names to try to say. I mean, names in general are difficult and tricky to say. Because they don't always follow the same phonetic rules as words. But then we got names of a foreign language that follow their own set of phonetic words, or phonetic rules. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Nice masks, by the way. Veils, I think they would be. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you hadn't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we can speak when the job is done. I'll help you move all this stuff and then talk. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. So I got eyebrow hair just hanging down over the edge of my glasses, bugging me. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. You got a dude in a Chocobo mascot costume you're trusting to carry around your precious textile fabrics. Let's shake our tail feathers and get them done. This area is for employees only. Out! Out! What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindurava. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabrinfria by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manua, and that massive crate there goes to Mira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Okay. Okay. So I've got a limited time. I'm looking for a timer somewhere. Oh boy. Crate's bigger than I am. You can fit 2 of me in this dang crate. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinabaha. Assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. The generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. At least it was handy that all 3 of those were in the same spot. Nice and real close. Done as I asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day. Those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then... So it's like a contagion, a virus. He too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask? Indeed. You knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment? Kalzal? I know him well. We had arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kalzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered this transformation? I told you! I said that already. Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to accept this quest. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megadota, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern, and pray you two take care as well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and queue up for Vanaspati again. While I'm running around doing other stuff. There's a wait time of 10 minutes. Actually, I'm done with Graha. I don't have Grahatia tagging along. Come on. Unattuned. Yeah, I can't attune to that yet.